Did you know American League road favorites priced between 120 and 220 are 1584 and 1078? That's 60% since 2009, winning by an average margin of 1.2 runs per game, dating back over a decade. That is a phenomenal trend, and it's active tonight in the game I'll be previewing here in Kimes Corner on Wager Talk TV. Good morning. It is Wednesday, July, I wish it was April, July 29th. My name is Jeff Keim. I'm the CEO and president of Oscom Sports. I'm a featured handicapper at wagertalk.com. And of course, this is Wager Talk TV, Kimes Corner coming right at you. In this video, I'll be giving a breakdown and a free best bet in tonight's Major League game between the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland Athletics. I still call them the Oakland Athletics. So I'm old school. Wager Talk. What do we have going on? If you go to my handicapper page at wagertalk.com, there are some tremendous promotions going on. I want to mention two. The summer special, buy 3 days, get 3 free. That's $69. You get 6 days, all sports, all picks I release for that 6-day period for just $69. The best one, I believe, for those of you looking for a long-term investment who want to maximize your return on investment, I suggest a 1-year all-access pass. I've never seen it at this price before at Wager Talk. It's only $14.59. That's discounted over $500. That's every pick, every sport from the day you sign up for 365 days, including my 5% best bets for just $14.59. You also get a 25% bonus coupon. How have my results been since I joined Wager Talk on February 9th? I'm the number one overall handicapper in win percentage since coming on board in 2026, 196, 144 for 71 units of net profit. I'm 75 and 54 long-term run. That's 58.1% winners. And I'm also a documented 129, 83, 61% in Major League Baseball. Football's right around the corner. I just mentioned the 1-year pass. How have I done in football? Good question. 34 football national titles, NFL and NCAA awards since 2007, which is when I started becoming a professional sports bettor and professional handicapper. I've achieved 5 national handicapping football titles and NFL, my bread and butter. Everyone knows it since 2021. I am a documented 102, 72, and 3 against the number. That's 59% winners. Check out the promos. Check out what I have going on at the online store, Oscom Sports at wagertalk.com. Now, let's get to where we really want to talk about, and that's tonight's game between the Red Sox and Athletics. Boston's coming off a 4-3 loss to Oakland last night. They remain in third place in the AL East, 55 and 51. They're 7 games back of the Tampa Bay Rays, who are currently in first in the AL East. The Athletics have lost each of their last 8 games as home underdogs following a win. So if you're thinking about Boston in this game, and I will give you my free best bet soon, consider that. The Athletics have lost each of their last 8 games as home underdogs coming off a win. That would be tonight. The Red Sox are 10-1, their last 11 road affairs. There's another good one for the Red Sox. They have covered the run line in 8 of their last road games versus AL opponents with a losing record. Of course, the Athletics have a losing record. They're, 45 and 62. Speaking of the Athletics, they are 45-62, 4th in the AL West, 10 games behind the Texas Rangers, who lead the pathetic, really weak AL West division. Underdogs, though, in this series have covered the run line in 6 of 7 between the Red Sox and Athletics. Interesting stat. Red Sox have lost 5 of their last 6 road favorites versus AL West opponents coming off a loss. Now, if you're thinking about this, they've also failed run line bettors. The Red Sox have failed to cover the run line in 7 of their last 8 road games versus AL West foes coming off a road loss. Let's look at tonight's starters. First, for the Boston Red Sox, Patrick Sandoval. Look at what he's been doing lately. He's coming off a 5-hit performance, 4.2 innings of scoreless innings against the Blue Jays last Friday. The Red Sox won that game 6-4, but Sandoval did not factor into the decision. His ERA, 3.21, is fully supported by the underlying metrics. He has a 3.67 xERA and a 3.04 FIP. Those are very strong metrics for Sandoval. He keeps the ball on the ground, which I really like, a 0.64 home run per 9 inning. rate and a 5.6% home run to fly ball ratio. That is very impressive. Career against the Athletics. Here is the key number. He is 4-4, but look at this, a 2.56 ERA with 47 strikeouts in 11 appearances against the Athletics in his career. Patrick Sandoval towing the rubber for the Red Sox. Oakland starter Jacob Lopez. This guy, 28 years old. He came over a few years ago from the Tampa Bay Rays. His last outing was not too bad. He threw 5 scoreless innings against the Twins. He has never faced the Red Sox in his career, however. And if you look at his ERA to date, 6.12 ERA, 5.68 FIP, and a 5.86 xFIP over 64 2/3 innings of work this season. That's not going to get it done. Main problem for Lopez, control issues. He has a 5.57 walk per 9 rate and a 13.2% walk percentage, which is a career high for Lopez. He has not been getting the job done. He wasn't exactly a high prospect or a good pitcher for the Rays either. I'm not sure what the Athletics were looking for with him. He's also susceptible to the long ball, a 1.53 home run per 9 rate, and he does not keep the ball on the ground. He has a 32% ground ball percentage. Not good for the Athletics. Now let's look at the bullpens. Obviously, Boston has a significant advantage in this game. Their bullpen has elite command and control. I was really surprised by these numbers. A 2.95 walk per 9 and an 8% walk percentage. They keep the ball in play, a 0.92% home run per 9 innings. Pretty impressive. They're first in ERA, 3.02. The Red Sox, ninth in xERA, 3.77. They're second in FIP. They're third in xFIP at a 3.85. Very, very strong numbers for the Boston bullpen in tonight's game. Oakland, on the opposite end of the spectrum, very, very disappointing. I'm old. I'm 50. I remember back in the day when I was starting in this industry, the Athletics could not hit. They could not score runs, but they had a very good pitching staff and a phenomenal bullpen. Not anymore. Athletics, 30th in ERA, 5.53. 24th in xERA, 4.53. 27th in FIP, 4.7. 24th in xFIP, 4.54. Not going to get it done. Oakland is in a major deficit when you compare both teams' bullpens. Now, before I give you my free best bet winner in tonight's game, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification button, and comment below. I really like reading your comments. I'll be interacting with you guys later today. Let me know who you like on the Major League card. Now, free best bet winner for Wednesday, July 29th here at Wager Talk TV at Kimes Corner. It's going to be the Boston Red Sox laying it with Patrick Sandoval on the mound. I have 4 technical trends that support this investment. Technical trend number 1, favorites of minus 140 or greater in game 2 or beyond of a series, coming off a game in which they failed to score after 6 innings. The Red Sox, they trailed Oakland 1-0 after the 6th inning last night. So this game falls within those parameters. This trend, 1266, 723, 64% winners since 2007, winning by an average margin of 1.2 runs per game. Technical trend number 1 strongly supports Boston. Technical trend number 2, you want to play on road favorites of minus 130 or greater, coming off a game in which they use less than 5 pitchers. Look at last night's game. Boston only used 3 pitchers in their 4-3 loss. Why is that significant? Because these teams are 1446 and 909. That's 61.4% since 2010. And they have won by an average margin of 1.4 runs per game over the last 14 years. Technical trend number 3, another one that supports Boston. We want to play on American League road favorites of 120 to 220 versus non-division opponents. I started the video with that trend. Just to remind you, that's 1584, 1078. That's 60% since 2009, winning by an average margin of 1.2 runs per game. Technical trend number 4, we want to play against, fade the Athletics at home, coming off a game in which their bullpen allowed 2 or more runs. Why? Under these circumstances, the Athletics are 89 and 148, 15.4% straight up for a negative 21.4% return on investment for sports bettors if you played on Oakland under those circumstances. They've lost those games by an average margin of 1.6 per game, runs per game since 2020. Technical trend number 5, the final one. We want to play on the Red Sox. from June forward versus opponents with a negative scoring margin. Athletics have a negative scoring margin. I assure you of that. Why is this significant? The Red Sox against these teams, 156 and 77, 67% for plus 7% return on investment since 2013. The Red Sox over the last 13 years have won by an average margin of 1.5 runs per game against these pathetic foes like the Athletics. Tonight, in conclusion, my free best bet will be on the Boston Red Sox. List Patrick Sandoval, minus 155, minus 160. Looking at the market, depending on where you look, make sure you shop for the better line, the best line possible. It'll save you money in the long term. Also, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Comment below. I'll be checking. I can't wait to hear from you later today. Good luck. My free best bet for Wednesday, July 29th here at Wager Talk TV and Kimes Corner is on the Boston Red Sox laying the wood against the Athletics.